Okay. I really should have bought that thing later. I think I misunderstood. Anyway, hi everybody. Hi Zemo. I will claim that stuff later. Wait, are there two? That's odd. Hey KJ. Certainly does look like there were two of them. Huh. Wild. I can't explain that. Also, we should probably go take a look at our relics after this. Okay. We're at the limit in Mystic specifically. We can take one up. We have none duped. Could work on this, but it's going to be a while before it gets all the way up there. Yeah, some of these feel more important. I need to reorganize some of my relics still, though. Anyway, this is at least Sig 200. We'll do that. I'm not about to try and optimize my relics now and then go play towers, which means that they may end up in a different spot. Yes, it does matter. If you're ranking up relics that you're not, like, that you don't have a specific use for, you are doing it for prestige. And if you're doing it for prestige, then you should take up the ones that actually contribute. Where is my prestige right now? Hey, sorry. Hey, gotta. But yeah, I. It can be a tough call to make. Generally, I think go with, prioritize the ones on your strongest characters. Start there. Yeah, there just might be a link there, KJ. Okay, we've got a few different things to do, but we can start with this. 25 floors, right? Yeah. So that is basically use everyone on this floor. I have to use somebody at 210. It doesn't necessarily have to be one of these. Pardon me. Oh wait, I'm missing some. I guess just Kingpin. That's fine. We can go here. That's not very nice. You really wasted some time in there. Oh, it's a bad place to miss a parry. No, to be perfectly honest, Clubs, I didn't even realize it was this weekend, although I suspected it might be as opposed to others. I ended up pretty busy. Did you end up enjoying it? This one is a small set, right? This one felt awful. Woof. Yeah, see, that's kind of why I wasn't paying too much attention. Like, I think you know I am willing to give Universes Beyond a fair amount of credit, but I have basically no faith left in short sets. Whoop. Right. Forgot he'd thrown specifically a special too. Not waiting that out. I had 3 different Smaugs out. That's funny. Yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. Like I did not mind all of the legendaries in the mainline Marvel set, but I definitely remember that happening in Spider-Man. And I won't even say they haven't learned, right? Because we know how far ahead these sets usually are in development. So like there's a decent chance they didn't have time to really learn much, but man, I hope somebody is learning something somewhere about these sets. Yeah. I just want to keep drafting Marvel. I didn't get enough time with it. I'm not reading that one aloud, but that's fair. Oh, thanks for the follow, dude. Oh, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Two halfling cycle. Oh, that's so silly. Oh, just trying to make up some ground on towers. I got some tough fights left in here. Okay, Gray Fox. That'll do. I find Ghost Rider and his power steal so annoying in here. Hey, Fatih, welcome. I'll do. I do. I hope they add it at some point, just for like, not just fight one, on to the next, but like 13 out of 25. Tell me where I am. Hey, Beef, how's it going? Run through these way too fast. These ones are easy. Ugh, way to jinx me. Getting intercepted by a Koye. This one is what, 95? It's the one that's 25 rank 4s, so it's super, super simple. Everything on all sides of it is harder. Silly. Yeah, that makes sense. I think I've gotten to 96 in one class, but yeah, I'm feeling the difference between your roster and mine and these for sure. Just a few fights where I can't quite get it down. Bro is so wide. We love a 5-second fight. Oh no, that was 94. Excuse me. So I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my rank 4s out of 8 to punch up 35. I don't think that's gonna happen. But we can pick the ones with the best odds. Line those up now. Yeah, Bullseye, Valk, and Yelena are the ones I'm not sure of. Yeah, so we'll focus on others for now. Yeah, we'll do this. Do I think... Hmm. I have two. I could try someone. Oh, I still have Frank there too. I think Frank can probably do auto. Alright, let's try that and just leave two open. Hey, gotcha. Thank you. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Nice, Hilden. That's awesome, dude. That sounds fun. Okay, you're gonna have to throw some heavies. He's like, what if I do literally everything but that? What is this Howard on? I mean, literally Venom, but what the heck was that fight? Thanks, Bug. Take a look. Yeah, she is not going to be able to do this. Like, maybe if he actually played into everything, but he's not. That's a lot of block damage. Yeah, I'm not seeing shield here. I think I'm just going to struggle on this one. I can try Yelena once. Thanks, Misty. Hey, Vital. I always forget that he has one of those, and geez, once I eat one combo, I just always seem to eat another because they just freaking wait at the end. No! I literally don't have enough to throw a special now because of all that nonsense. Okay, that's alright. She can't do this anyway. Lumatrix is very worth ranking up. Alright, I'm gonna bring Black Tarantula down. Oh, did I not have him anywhere? Okay. Well, we can at least get through 13. That should be doable. Instinct takes over there. Should be parrying that second hit. Not that. I honestly don't know, Retin. I'm not in live ops, and I don't necessarily have a strong grasp on when those events are going to happen. That's fine. Maybe I need to get the Furies off faster. Oh! We might have had that in the last 2 seconds. That's annoying. Hey, Silver. What? Whew. All right. I had to focus on that one. If I drop down to 50%, I'm going to die from the combination of block damage and maxed recoil. You are running maxed recoil, right? Hard launch into block there. Woo! Yeah, I totally get that if you're only running 1 out of 3, but I think the extra points in recoil are worth it with the way the pause works, at least for most characters, such that I don't think it's necessarily correct to try and risk it with courage there. Hey, Ethan. There we go. Yeah, maybe. I have a separate Mystic um, setup that is only running 1. We're doing okay. Definitely still some tough fights in here, then. Trying to just get some safe points here. Yeah, thanks for the follow. I thought we were on pace there, but that one was a little stressful. We did not have time for another special one. That was only punching up 20. That's where Korg starts working worse. Yeah, Korg is definitely doable with Storm X, absolutely. I think I even did that one on stream. Oh, sorry, Apex Coliseum. Sorry, I was in the Ascension Tower. I think so, but I don't remember exactly what the Korg fight is. So, less sure. I might do some Apex Coliseum when I'm done with towers here in a minute, so we can take a look. Hmm. I thought Frank was going to do better than that. I know part of that is I'm not as good as I could be with him, but I'm not sure I can get 23% more out of that, because that was, like, the correct rotation. Hmm. Actually, he might be better there. Okay, we can try this. And that'll be one more attempt with him. Ah. Well, one of my teachers liked to say, ain't gonna learn any younger. This kind of fight in Colosseum, where you do have basically unlimited attempts to just try and do as well as you can, start learning the special one. Watch when his foot goes down. That's generally the cue that works for most people. Ouch. Hey, Snoozy, how's it going, dude? Thanks for resubbing. Have I really been on Twitch for 4 months? That seems wild. I appreciate you regardless. Nice gloves, that's amazing. Nice. How's that going? I don't know much about it, but I saw somebody mention that Benito was in it yesterday. There we go. That's what the striker is for. Mm. Mm. Yeah, some of this is just me not being great with Frank. Yeah. I can keep practicing that, but I'm not going to practice it at the price point for these keys. Okay. So I'm in top 150 off of that. Yeah, I think I got about as far as I can there. Yeah, okay, this is where I was struggling. Like, we can try this slightly differently, but I had trouble with Kindred punching up even 25 before, too, so we may be done until tomorrow. Hey, Maya, how's it going? Mm. Okay, that I think was a mistake. I mean, that definitely was. But I think you want to try and get to the special 2 within that infection. And then you can do it? Okay, fine. If you're just going to hit me in the face, that works too. I do have Agatha, yeah. And maybe that will lead to me trying this again. Oh, I have one more fight. Okay. I think I'm locked on all the others. I don't mind trying it one more time. RNG is clumpy, yet I hear you. 2%? Okay. I'm gonna leave it because the keys are gonna recharge tomorrow and I'm already in top 150. But I will come back to that with the 6-star Ghost Rider relic on them and see if that makes a difference. Sometimes that works out if you do just sit in the quest arch. It's hard for me to know the exact details, but yeah, sometimes that works out. Um, I honestly forget how much Bong Sig matters, Snoozy. I'm checking. The heavy proficiency buff gets a lot stronger, so yeah, I'd say that does matter. Yeah, Bong is very good. Although it's possible low sig is part of why you're not enjoying it. Special 1, Special 2 just kills a whole lot of things. I need to finish up recording some of my war videos. I can schedule some of those for this week, and that'll help with it. Oh, yeah. We can do some Coliseum. Cool. Bong or Jabari? Bong is probably more flexible, but Jabari probably does have a bit more damage if it works for her. Not what I meant to click. Let's try and avoid spoilers like that, Arch. That definitely counts as one. Okay, as you can see, I haven't done any of this Korg fight yet. For some reason, I thought that he had purified, because he always does. Alright. Okay. I don't know why. I'm playing this like a towers fight. Need to stop. A lot of people, myself very much included, do not watch trailers because they give away so much these days. It's catching me today. Yeah, I'm not doing this well. Yeah, yep. He had gained one more. Oh, those stuns being purified are tough. Okay. That doesn't matter. That wasn't great. Hmm. You can definitely do better, but that's rough. I haven't played Namor in a while. Oh, my Namor's not high sig. Okay, then this is gonna go terribly. I thought I had taken him up. Yeah, we should do a pixie fight. You're right. I did that. Mm, okay, she doesn't have energy attacks. Ouch. Oof. Everything felt off about that one. Oh, him having a special was what I was not ready for. Yeah, I can understand why she'd be tough to scale above 6, Misty. Like, I played poorly there, but... Oh, don't do that, black hole. I, can we please not perpetuate the units are only for Banquet, never do anything else with the resource that's actually designed to progress you in the game? Like, yes, the sales are good, but like that is bad advice. If somebody doesn't even have recoil on, then they are thousands of places behind where they should be in towers. Telling them not to buy it is bad advice. I think it's just the two 1-2s again this week, Merp. Agreed, Misty. Thought I parried that. Do you mind, buddy? Like throwing any kind of special? What is this? Buddy, can we please? That's the other thing. I don't know why I'm rushing. I am playing like I have a time limit, and I don't. Yeah. He is really making it tricky. To get those intercepts or even to use the dashes at all. Yep, there it is. Even if it didn't black hole, like that's a chunk of radiance every month in between now and banquet, and then in between now and the next banquet. Even if he didn't have 30k units, I think spending units on recoil to push to your actual limit in towers is worth the units. No, there's not a bug. You're just a bit confused by the display of the rewards. You were probably looking at the rewards for the previous level. Welcome, Pedro. I mean, They're required because we didn't explicitly turn them off, right? People with recoil have been complaining for a long time that there was like other game modes punish them or whatever. And I think the word punish is stupid, but it would be kind of unfairly punishing them if we didn't, or if we did specifically stop them from working here. And since we didn't stop them, yeah, they are required. Thank you, Gordon. I'm not looking for safest ways to put this up. I'm trying to have some fun with this fight and test a few different ones, but I appreciate it. I didn't say champs, I said players. I don't understand what you mean by redo everything. No, I'm talking about the initial design of the event. Stupid. No, 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 no. As it stands, Radiance isn't as valuable as we'd like it to be. Saying it's not valuable is hyperbole, or mistake by hyperbole, right? I agree. I think tier 7 basic is too expensive right now. That is besides the point, though. Like, Radiance isn't worth as much as I wish it was, is not the same as Radiance is not valuable. Yeah, not enough room. Right. Yes, that is correct, Snoozy. But also, we kind of like the fact that recoils work here. Like, we don't want them to work everywhere, but actually having a reason to use them, we consider a good thing. I mean, for what it's worth, Snoozy, I think Tier 7 Basic is still worth buying in the Radiant store, right? Like, you can grumble about it being overpriced, but it's still worth paying the Radiance for. It's not like there's something else that you should be spending the Radiance on instead. I would like the price to come down. I would like to be able to buy more of it. That doesn't mean I don't buy it. Yeah, I get the alloys all the time, Mark. But I do get the Tier 7 Basic sometimes. And you say you don't need to buy them, but it's not about need. It's about it's one of the only repeatable places that you can get Tier 7 Basic in the game. If you're not maxed out on rank 4s, then you need more, right? All right, we can do a desert. I mean, but that probably means that you should be spending on whatever the bottleneck is, right? Oh, that stinks. Okay, I guess we are going to special 3. Oh, come on. That was 100% right. almost missed it. I agree, work. That's not okay. Black hole, like I'm that's not how currencies work though. Like saying radiance isn't as valuable as units like doesn't make sense. They're four different things. They're not really directly like it kind of doesn't mean anything, right? Because what we're discussing is it worth spending the units to progress in towers, get a bunch of resources now, and get the radiance income, right? And so it's not about whether units or radiance are are like better. That just doesn't matter. What it's about is if you spend the units, are you getting enough radiance to be worth it, right? It's an exchange rate problem. It's like it doesn't matter if the Canadian dollar or the US dollar is worth more. What we're asking is if you spend X Canadian dollars, like are you getting enough US dollars to be worth it or vice versa, right? That's a completely different question. It's about exchange rates. And that's why I'm saying that just kind of dismissing Radiance because units better is, in my opinion, bad advice. Because what you should actually be looking at is, am I getting enough Radiance to be worth it? And I'm confident the answer is yes. Like, there is still enough value in the Radiance store that tens of thousands of Radiance over months is worth that relatively small unit expenditure. I think I'm just bored with this fight, to be honest. What do I think about buying units with Radiance? I mean, that is part of the exchange rate, right? If all you care about is units, then you should still put the units in now to get the Radiance to buy more units. Yeah, we're not even halfway there. This one's gonna take a while. Well, that's not very nice. Oops, I thought we... I don't know why I was thinking I went unblockable there. Ugh. God, there goes all the muscle mass, too. Okay. Oof! That hurt. Nope, too early. Ah. Okay, I just need to be patient with this one. And apparently not assume that my lights make contact. Jesus, that was annoying. There we go. Just throw it. Thanks for the follow. Oh, I didn't see that the stun stuck. My fault. This jerk frickin' stutter stepped me. Mm. Must be dodging too early. No. Okay. Gross. There comes the sleep timer. Yep, that's fine too. Hey, Quad. I'm doing all right. Okay, I only need 12 more points, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's do a Danny run. You can do 6 bars if I'm careful. I am still playing too aggressive here. You get a lot more points out of this. Oh, come on. There we go. Dang it. Well, keep canceling out of my own misses. Very frustrating. What was that? You're supposed to be aggressive. Yeah, I knew I was early there, and that unfortunately throws us off here. Oof. Made it through there. And we did get to 6, which is all we need, so that's fine. Come on, buddy. Come here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. We got 8. That was good. Rank down from gentle. Hey, Jack. Thanks for stopping by if you're still here, but take care. Yeah, Moondragon does have a ramp up, but if you're comfortable with the intercepts, she can definitely be fast enough for towers. Yeah, it didn't actually get 2. Good old visual bug. It's fine. All right. Go ahead and change my Twitch stream info. Oh, it still said event quest? I never changed it to towers? Oops. Well, now it's Coliseum. Yeah, let me know if it doesn't work, Black Hole, because we've looked into that a couple times, but I honestly don't remember exactly where it wound up. Alright, let's get comfy with Tigra, and then we can do something else. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That stinks. Okay, can you please? Thank you. I Ooh, that was a bad whiff. Oh, that one just barely didn't hit. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. Finally just let it trigger. Hmm. I understand that concussive resonance triggers when striking into auto block. Oh, never mind. I remember. It's because Tiger's only unblockable for the first of those two hits in quick succession, not for the second, and that lines up poorly against Medusa. That's fine. Whoops. Okay. That's my fault. Okay, I'm gonna restart this one. I need to think. I want to get a good run in with this, though. Actually, I guess this is fine. Dispel is good. We don't want antipathy. Okay. What? I guess it canceled out again. That stinks. This is going to be tough for a while then. I thought I was far enough away for that one. Yes, Enchantress can passive stun. Many people forget. He has a lot of abilities. Okay. Feel like I can relax my brain a little bit. Okay, we definitely want to wait for the Undermine to come back before we throw this special too. But we are starting to cook with gas here. Okay, I'm gonna do one more round of spell building. Come on. Oops. Okay. That was actually a mistake. Oh, that's bad. Sorry, y'all. I'm very quiet because I'm focused here. Whoops. Ah. I am losing track of the variables in this fight. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get her back there if she keeps doing this. Yeah, here comes the sleep timer. Oh, that was really annoying. Okay, that was a fun run. Hey, Els. Welcome. A lot of champ that have absolutely no problem with this. I'm trying to have fun. I get these comments every time I do Coliseum. Sometimes I'm just trying to enjoy things. Actually, let's see what we can do with Gore. He tends to fall apart in longer Coliseum fights, but he does have the undermine from the beginning. Yeah, and I forget this is always one of my biggest problems with core. Once you lose the other mine, or if you have to do literally anything else. All falls apart. Yeah. The heavy is too annoying, but you need to use the heavy to knock them down because it doesn't pause during specials, and his specials last 3 years. I was hoping that one would feel better. This should be good, at least. Oh, come on. Ah. Hopefully this doesn't send a red this early. Okay. I thought the pinpoint prompt was supposed to be paused during strikers. For the whole reason that if it's not, you end up in the corner here. That's very rude. Yeah, that block damage was just getting too high. Could have been more careful. That's alright. That was a good run. My one good run of today so far, honestly. Okay, how much more do I need? 10. We can try Agatha, but I don't think it's going to be great. You're going to have to back off constantly, because she doesn't actually remove Fury buffs from the opponent. Also, the focus on intercepts is kind of tough. You see what I mean? Oof. Mm, yeah. Whoop. That was unfortunate. That was a terrible time for the dash not to work. Ouch. Ugh. Yeah, like I could get her to run into me or something, but that's, yeah, that's not a good one. You want actual Fury removal if you don't have a good way to sit on the Undermines yourself, I think. Come on. Thank you. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I saw the Night Thrasher run. That was cool. I mean, this is certainly safe as heck. Whoops. I don't know why I didn't just press the special 3 button. We could have come through that taking only like 10%. I just had to go for an intercept for no reason. Oh, and you know what? She probably has too much combat power. I think she's gonna go red. Whew. Okay. Well, that's nice. Very happy to be wrong. You know, I keep thinking I'm open to throwing this special too, if she lets us. But I don't want to let the Furies stack up, and so she's kind of not letting us. Hey, Drash, how's it going, dude? And see, it's not really worth it, honestly. Like, now we've taken the risk. She has 2 Furies. We got, like, less than a bar's worth of shocks out of it. Nah, the right call with Jane is just special 3 spam. Sit on that attack rating and that crit rating. Oh no! Alright. That's fine, that was enough. Rank 4 Prowler. Crit rate all the way. Like, Prowler just wants all of the freaking crit. Oh, sorry. I was thinking of Shocker for some reason. Different tech champion with blue and gold designed by Kabam Sate. I get them mixed up sometimes. Prowler, given that his Sig gives him a lot of crit rating, you don't want to double down on crit rating. I still think that it depends on how good you are with Prowler, right? If you're really, really good with Prowler, hey Joe, stop spamming. Excuse me. I think I've seen Pedro before. The only thing he ever does is complete nonsense, probably just for engagement. Might even be a bot, so out of here. Um, but yeah, if you're really, really good with Prowler, then I think you kind of want to assume that your cash outs are going to be while you have Falter up, and therefore while you have a bazillion crit rating. And therefore you might want to go with crit damage. And then you want to throw the Prowler stat cast on and just double down on crit damage, but also get some crit rate. Alternatively, if you're planning on using Prowler to do some sillier stuff, or if you don't feel like you are quite as good with him, and you think there's a real chance that you are going to be doing a fair amount of damage outside of the falter, then I think doubling down on crit rate instead of crit damage is probably the way to go, if that makes sense. Because then you're bringing up the floor of all of those hits that you're landing where you don't have the falter up and you still want to crit. Okay, it's just Emma left. Happy Sunday, Reaper. Yeah, we can open a few more of these. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, it's definitely a hot day. Ooh, okay, that's a really good pickup there with the Karnak. That's a pretty good one as well. Yeah, you're kind of gonna have to pick a favorite there, aren't you? Don't be Mystic. Yay. Okay, none of those went into overflow, so we'll just sit on that many. I don't think I have any collectives that are close. No. Okay, I actually could take up another rank 3. Let me remind myself, I think... I don't think there's a tech that can help me. Yeah, I need more A2s there. That one's going to be a while. There's not a Cosmic that can help me. I'm just stuck there until I get faster A2s. Yeah, I know there might be a Mystic who can help me. It's a maybe, but if we take up Scarlet Witch or Destroyer, we might be able to cut through one of these. I don't think there's a science champ that can help me. Okay. So maybe we take up Destroyer but or Sigil Witch. Probably Sigil Witch because she's got better odds against that cull at the end. Then I think that's the only thing that's really worth ranking right now. And we are at 2.5 tier 5, so I probably actually just want to sit and wait. Yeah, for this last milestone. Because I've got another rank 5 coming. Who do we think that'll be? My last champ was Black Tarantula Trash. Okay. 2 science, 3 skill, 3 mutant, 2 cosmic, 3 tech, 3 mystic. That's what I thought. So probably one of these 2 classes. Got several science champs I could take up for prestige, but like I said, I'm also pretty tempted by Luke because I end up using him a fair bit. A rank 5 would be nice. Even though I literally have 6 R4A2s, but that's also why I'm a bit further in science than I am in cosmic. If I had Adam A2, he'd go up in a heartbeat. I could take up Null because he's very good, and especially in Colosseum. But my BG already has several rank 5s, so that one doesn't stick out to me. I'd take up an A2 Cersei as well. Would really love to have that A2 Nova. Yeah, because I need one more Adam. That's an extra Tuma. I need one more Black Panther, one more Sam, extra Dust, extra Emma. I need one more Gore for him to go to A2. I don't think that's an extra Howard. Yeah, he's A1. Yeah, so another Howard. That's an extra Iron Man. That's an extra Jabari, extra Null, extra Death Strike, 2 extra Lizards. I do need another Man Thing. 3 extra pennies. I need another Sandman. I need one more Sasquatch. I need to save up for one more Sigil Witch. One more Cersei. That's an extra Punk. An extra Spot. And an extra White Tiger. And you're seeing the theme, right? God. Ascension 2 increases your stats another compounding 8%, so attack and health up that much. Yeah, Patriot is a rare rank 5, but that is not Patriot's fault. Patriot is very good, and some people are starting to figure it out. Yeah, a lot of people are looking for the best Black Tarantula spot. I think all you can really do is try and find the most restrictive one, and then try and make sure it messes with pathing or something like that. Oh, I would absolutely take your Adam Warlock tokens. He would go to rank 5 in an instant. When collaborating on a champion, how much say does the collaborator have on what goes into the champion? Or they really just... It... So the first thing to say is that it kind of varies. Because I've done 3 collaborations now, and all of them have been a bit different, right? Like, the first one with Vega was probably the least involved. That was on Kushala, for those of you who don't know. And the largest part of that is just because he wasn't an employee. So it was more like bouncing ideas off of him outside secondhand, which is always helpful. I always bounce ideas off of people, and he did say a few things that then informed things, right? If he had wanted to give suggestions, he could have. Um, but ultimately, that's one of those things where, as my manager put it, it's my deliverable, right? I can share the process with other people, but at the end of the day, it's my deliverable. It's a ticket with my name on it in our system. It's my responsibility. And so that does also mean that it is my say if it comes down to it. I don't think I have ever had to really pull that rank in any way in any of the three of them, but technically at the end of the day, it is my call. Um, but yeah, I don't think they could be offended by me saying that that was more us bouncing idea, or more me bouncing ideas off him coming back in from those meetings. Hey, Joey, how's it going, dude? But again, I do think it was helpful to the process. The second one was different because it was somebody on our QA team. Um, And so they were an employee and they were interested in the design process. So I let them do like the first pass of the coding, that kind of thing. I gave them homework to like go work on this kind of ability, come back with a why, and then we talk through it, right? Which was particularly interesting on Deathless She-Hulk because one of those pieces of homework was her SIG. And I was like, hey, we want to do something looking at the various classes again. What do you think would be appropriate for them, right? It's cool that OG She-Hulk did that, but also those abilities are so out of class that they've kind of aged poorly these days. What would a good version of that look like? What would a healthy version of that look like? And then we talked about the answers he came back with, right? And so that was also, I think, a helpful process. There was a bit more teaching in it, and then it was kind of in a different spot with Kabam Bitter because he also did want to get insight into the coding process, but he had his own things to practice on because he builds nodes for the encounters design, right? Like for Coliseum or side quests or that kind of thing. So he had his own places to practice, but he literally just hung out with me while I coded Black Tarantula and I talked through the process, right? Because it's a little bit different when you're putting together a full champion kit. Um, he also blunt like no offense to our QA guy at all. Bitter sets a high standard, but Bitter is a stronger player who also plays it in the end game like I do. And so he was able to contribute different kinds of play testing. And then we talk about how both of us had been play testing him and where it went. And that probably mean like I think Bitter had more actual, hey, what if he actually worked this way instead? Right? Because of the differences in that process. I don't think that that means that he was given more input. It's more that like the way the process worked out, he had more input. But if I didn't think something worked or wasn't a good design call, then I said so. We talked about why and found a way to move forward. Does that make sense? Well, welcome back, Joey. It's good to see you around. 8 is so much. Hey Jim, how's it going? Calculus was the only math I couldn't see. I kind of get that, but also don't. Yeah, I enjoyed calculus. The thing I liked about calculus was that like it's by that point I had heard about, Isaac Newton in hushed tones, academically speaking. So he was the guy who invented calculus, and that seemed impossible. How do you invent an entire discipline of math? But learning calculus, and I think I had a very good teacher for calculus, right? Who was, I think, very good at breaking it down for us and making it feel logical. So going from how does someone come up with a branch of mathematics that didn't really exist before, um, going from that to kind of understanding how he thought of it, right? Like not saying that I would have, but like seeing how the thought processes went and how you can go from just, oh, this is interesting to a new idea was cool. I really enjoy that kind of understanding. Um, if you have the champions, and you probably do, to do Colosseum, Joey, I might start there because it has the expiration date, but you also have 24 days. So, I think the crux of my advice for you on catching back up is probably going to be like pick one class tower um and just go play it for a while because you will probably get mildly tired of towers. So like do a bunch on one class, get tired of it, go do some act 9, come back, do another tower, get tired of it, go do some act 9 and spread it out. But I don't know how you focus. That's how I would need to do it. How many rank 5s do I have? I think I'm at 16. Yeah, I'm at 16. I was just counting earlier. Part of it is if you haven't done the collectives yet, they make everything look larger too. You can, Chief, but that's not even kind of my department, to be honest. You're saying, I see what you're saying. It barely hangs over, but it definitely does. It's like the outer edge of that circle is boom, where the profile button starts. Huh. I'll see if I remember that tomorrow, but it just honestly no guarantees because that requires me to hold on to the thought for the whole day and a bunch of other things happen and then pass it along to the team. Woof, Misty. I'm still at 3. Well, Act 9 will help. There's more on the way. That's I haven't actually run into the giant space yet, but yeah, that's where I am, Joey. You'll catch up, I'm sure. Okay. I think I am done for now because I need to save some voice for if we're doing the planning stream later. And I think we probably still will. So keep an eye out for that. Probably somewhere around 2 hours from now, maybe 3. Um, I will be back with, I think, Sim and Clown, and we are going to plan the last war of the season. So I will catch y'all then.